Hi friends! This week in math, we're going to be learning all about graphs and graphing. This graph that you see in front of you is going to be our first graph that we work on, and I'm going to use this graph to teach you about graphs and how to organize data. Every graph has data. Data is whatever is collected and put into a graph. And on this page, all of the data has been collected for us already. We don't have to collect it. It's a holiday graph, and so all of the data are right there in that square. Okay, it's been collected and put in that square. And all of our data for this graph are holiday things. Okay, we have Santa, we have a gift, we have candy cane, we have a reindeer, and we have trees. Okay, so we have all those things. They've all been collected and put into this box for us. Now, the reason that we're going to create a graph is because a graph can help us look at the data in an easy to understand way. Okay, because if you look at it right now, it's just kind of, there's all those objects and they're all kind of mixed in. They're not sorted in any way to make it easier for us to understand them or to look at things. So what we're going to do today, that's going to be our focus, is organizing that to make it easier to understand. Okay? And one of the ways that we're going to do that is by using different colors for the different objects. And I will show you how to do that and put those things into the graph. So we're going to make a graph out of the data. All right, I'm going to start with the color red because I'm going to use the color red to use for Santa Claus. Okay, and what I'm going to do, see Santa down here, that's the Santa's row. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up in where all the data, and I'm going to color and count as I color the Santas. Okay, so there's a Santa. That's one. And I'm going to color in one square. Every time I color in a square, every time I color in an object from the data, I'm going to color in a square. Okay, so there's one up here and one down here. Okay, now there's two, because I found another Santa, so I'm going to color in another square. Let's see if there's any more Santas. Oh, there's another one. And it doesn't have to be fancy or really pretty. I know it's kind of hard to color things on an iPad. I'm just going to do my best to make it look neat. There's another one right there. Color that in. There's one there. Color that in. It's important to be neat, because if it's too messy, you won't be able to understand what you're looking at with the graph and the data. There's another one right there. But it doesn't have to be super neat. Okay, just try your best to make it neat. Okay, let's double check. Now I think I've got all of the Santas. I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counted in the graph. Okay. Now I'm going to go changing colors, and I'm going to let's do this blue color for the gifts. Okay, so everywhere I see a gift, I'm going to color it blue. Then I'm going to color one square for every picture, or excuse me, every present or every gift that I find. There's two. Don't worry about it being super neat, just don't make it super messy. There's 2, 3. Each time I color on a picture, I'm going to color in a square for the graph. How many is that? Now let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the graph. So I'm going to write 4 there. Let me erase that. Next up is the candy cane. I already used red. What other color could I make for the candy cane? Could I do an orange candy cane? Sure, why not? Let's do an orange candy cane. Alright, so every time I see a candy cane, I'm going to color it orange. And then I'm going to color a square in the graph. Right there, okay? In that row. There's one. Oops, I forgot. One. Two. I just got excited because I found another candy cane right away. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And check here at the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And I'm going to write my total over here. That's 8. I'm going to switch colors. Do brown for the reindeer. How's that? Oops. Sorry, friends. I forgot to erase that. Okay, now brown for the reindeer. There's one. Color in one square. There's another. Color in another square. Another. I don't see another. Let me double check. I don't see any more. Oh, yeah, there's one. Yeah, friends, it is very important that when you're doing this, that you double check and make sure, check your work, check your counting, because if you miss one, it could mess up your graph. Okay, let's double check and see how many reindeer we have in the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure I have 5 squares drawn in, colored in for the reindeer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to switch colors to green for the tree. Okay. Green. One square. 2. Another square. 3. Another square. 4. Another square. 5. Another square. 6. Another square. 7. Another square. And I want to make sure that I have all of the trees colored in. So I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count the squares that I colored in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here we go. Now, we will talk more later on this week about interpreting the data, but basically interpreting the data means looking at the data in the graph and talking about, for example, what is the most, what is that means what the biggest amount is, what the smallest amount is, the least. But that is the whole reason that we do a graph, is so that we can look at things quickly and makes it easier to see. Okay, so now that we've done our graph, we can tell easily just by looking that the one that has the 8, it goes the farthest. See this right here? See the orange? That's the candy cane. That one, those squares make the longest line, so that is the one that's the most. I'm going to put an M over that. And then the one with the smallest line made with the squares would be this one right here, which would be the gifts. And when something has the smallest amount, we say it has the least. So I'm going to put an L for least over the gift. Now we'll talk more about interpreting the data later in this week. When you do your activity in Seesaw, you're going to get a picture, like we had a big picture with all the little objects. Well, you're going to get a picture, it's a fall picture, and it has fall objects in it, and your job is going to be to make a graph out of those fall objects, okay? So, very similar to what we just did here, so you should be able to do it, no problem. If you need a little more practice, that's fine, because we'll do this again tomorrow in another graph, okay? Great job today.